5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So right away, I get my charge in. Usual stuff. You guys have heard this a million times for phase 1. As soon as I hit 60 rage, I get my block rotation going right away. Now here, I'm going to Dragon's Roar and... actually, I'm just going to pop all my CDs here. I'm going to Dragon's Roar and get my...
Taunted.
My Bloodbath up right away. Now Laryl's taunted here to freshen his Vengeance. Chances are I'm going to pull aggro momentarily off of him. I get one more block in my rotation here, and if it's a slam, I'm going to pull aggro. Okay, so I pulled aggro back on Garrosh. I'm going to have to supplement with barrier now because my block charges are down. It's especially important that I get a barrier right before that explosion. So there's the explosion. Make sure I get a block in. A barrier in. Now I can return back to a block rotation. I can get an 18-second rotation here from Garrosh. Or on Garrosh. So after this, I can get one more in. Remember, I cannot shockwave these. So I'm also going to demo here just to make sure I can execute spam a bit on Garrosh while these ads get cleaved down as well. So he's pushed here. I'm going to help DPS these ads, and we're going to make sure that we don't die from the stupid whale that's about to come through the raid. I'm going to try to stun these as much as I can just to help with keeping the raid alive. As soon as Garrosh becomes active again, I get my shield block up right away, and Laryl's going to taunt just at the end of this before the phase happens, just so he can rotate his Vengeance as well. So he's taunted. I'm not going to SGM this time because I'm at 329k. I'll get first things. Okay, so here I'm going to leap in. I'm going to keep an eye on that first cast. Make sure I AoE interrupt that. Angst is going to get the next one. I'm also going to make sure to Shockwave, or Dragon's Roar. We're going to get 2 casts off here. And DPS is... okay. Watch buffs. Okay. So I didn't get a buff this time. So I'm going to get my cooldowns down for the raid. However, with no buff, I can't really be soaking Annihilates, unfortunately. So I'm just going to need to sit on the sideline and basically do nothing. I'm going to let my block charges restack in the meantime. Our group killed the ads very slowly. Usually I get to the middle by then and get my buff and wait and stuff like that. We're going to skip the second brain phase too, so I'm not going to be able to show you guys Annihilate soaking, assuming we one-shot it this week. That's okay though. Intermission's about to end here. I want to make sure I let my block charges restack right now. And I'm going to move the boss to blue right away. So there he is. So Laryl's grabbed the boss. Every 4 Laryl, remember?
Yeah.
Once Laryl has gotten his 3rd stack... oh, it's on me already. MC's coming.
Taunted.
No, he didn't need it. Taunt here. He's about to whirl. Moving over. Taunting back. Okay, so we're going to move the boss over here, get my block up right away. Now for the swirl, obviously he's not meleeing me, so there's no point in me using my block. Good opportunity for me to let my block charges reset, so I'm going to use a barrier instead. And as soon as he's done his whirling, I want to make sure I have enough rage to get block up right away. Remember, we're going to be moving in a bit of a wacky pattern because we're one-phasing this. So once I reach my 4th stack, Laryl's going to be taunting. There it is. And I'm going to let my charge blocks reset during this. Once Laryl reaches 4 again, I'm going to SGM as well. Once he reaches 4 again, I'm going to make sure to taunt off of him. I'm going to let my block charges reset. There's his 4th taunting. Moving boss. So we're going to move the boss this way this time just because we're going with one phase. We're going to Heroism here. So Hero's up. Dropping banner. I'm going to drop my DPS stuff for the raid. I'm going to get as much damage as I can on the boss. Now during this whirl, there's no point in me using block as before, but I am going to use my demo shout just to make sure I can DPS as much as I can in the meantime. Now the raid's going to move up here for the MC again.
Yeah, we have 0 boys. Can't make it.
Once I reach 4 again, Laryl's going to taunt off of me. Get as much damage as I can. It's okay.
Got 15 seconds.
MC coming. Good. Taunting.
Can I make it?
Okay, so now I'm going to move the boss to the middle for the final push before phase 2. Although DPS is very, very low this week. I don't know if we're not going to make this, are we?
No, there's no fucking
Not
way.
by a long shot. Why is DPS so bad?
Okay, wait, can you box this?
It's the buyers, like...
Alright. Okay, so we're not going to make the push this week.
Just be on that. Be on that weapon.
This could actually be a problem for later. That's okay though. So we'll have the second phase coming up here.
Don't even have that.
The second transition phase. So the tanks are going to rotate one more time before going upstairs. So here we're going to move as quickly as we can. I'm going to make sure not to stun these ads on the way up. Laryl, you're going to have the legs. Or
Let me know if
do you have leg
want
sweep?
a sex,
I have charging axe. but-
Okay. Yeah, just once they're gripped, you're going to have to stun because I don't have shockwave. Banner's down. Go ahead and sack me if...
Just call for the grip.
Dead.
Crap.
I'll need res.
Resing.
I'm taking this. Just make sure you guys stun those. So the idea is there that we want to AoE grip onto me and stun those ads. This is taking really long.
It's fine.
You want me to use my stuff here?
Kenny up after the phase.
Okay, so I'm going to use my raid CDs as you've just called. I'm also going to shield wall at the very last second here just to make sure that I can get 4 of these hits in instead of just
Target barrier, that
3.
next one.
We're also not going to be able to soak that many this time just because that took so long. So we're going to soak one more here. I'm going to barrier for it. And once we come back down, we're going to go to blue.
To the corner.
Just like we usually do. This will be a slower kill. So now we're going to start having empowered whirls. Plant.
Plant.
So I'm going to save my CDs now.
You can
Well,
grab
not my
Kenny.
1-minuters, but I'm going to save my CDs for when we push again.
Pulling out.
And there goes my vengeance. Taunting.
That's fine.
Okay, so now that I've taunted, I want to make sure I get my shield block up right away. We're going to move the boss over to the corner. And here I want to make sure that I save my heal. I save my heal and my demo shout for this because it's important that I keep... it's important for me to not move the boss here. So I might have to eat some void zones as a result. So I'm going to barrier here. I'm going to barrier one more time. And I should have enough rage in a moment to pop block when my...
Stun on it, please. Stun
to
on
pop block when my barrier wears off, along with my demo shout. Shit weapon.
Let's move around.
I'm gonna block again. So now we're down to 1 tank as Laryl is out kiting. Watch that. So we need to make sure, very sure here to keep a proper active mitigation rotation going, moving to the middle. So I'm gonna have one more block, and he's about to RP here in a moment. So we're gonna start moving him to the middle, and once he starts RPing, I'm gonna start saving up my blocks for when he finishes his RP. That way I have a 24-second block rotation ready to go. Okay. So Sten has dropped his banner. I see it in the top right. I'm gonna wait for his to fade off before I pop my stuff. I'm gonna make sure I get some execute spam in here too. So his banner's fallen off. I pop my CDs on Garrosh. And as soon as he's done RPing, I'm gonna use my block. So he's on RP here. I'll have a 24-second block rotation, just as I said.
Can you throw a feather off to either side?
And during set and any gap fillers with the after the 24-second block will be either a DRCD or will be barrier, as I always do. So I have my last block coming up here in a second. I'll have 6 more seconds of coverage. So there's the last 6 seconds of coverage, and then I'm going to supplement with barrier. So there's my first barrier. So now he's going to whirl as well, moving out just for a bit. I'm also going to pop my demo shout here, and I'm going to get my block up right away once he's done that.
Stun on it, please.
I should have a 18-second block rotation coming up here.
Can you scale it? It's fine.
So I'll have my final block coming up here. Again, I will need to supplement after. We're also in execute territory now, so I want to make sure that I use my shield wall in order to safely save rage for execute. Save rage for execute, so I don't need to use an active mitigation. My shield wall should be enough there. After that, I'll last stand.
Use everything for this.
Yep.
Try to burst them
So this will be a large hit from the tank coming up. I'm going to last stand here, make sure I don't die, or my cloak's down, so I will die if I actually get killed.
Yeah, it's fine.
Personals.
Okay, so here it is. I'm going to barrier. I'm going to use... okay, 3 seconds till the tank explosion. I'm going to use barriers, spam barriers the whole way through. And Garrosh is pushing here. So we're just going to make sure to control these ads now.
Fuck it. Stunning the ads. If they're on you,
Yeah.
kite them.
Stuns and stuns,
If they're on
yes.
you, Kite them.
Kill Skull off.
Yeah.
Okay. There's
I'll put them
X2.
back
Kill
down
X
to
off.
you.
Kill X off. It's hitting people. It's hitting me now. Okay, we're good.
Dead.
Good.
Okay, spawning the Iron Star. Stand, Vigilant, Doxy.
Okay, so I want to get
Rise,
shattering up on the boss as
Tanks,
quickly as I can, and then move it over to the right
and
side.
Malice
Pretty easy to
second,
do as a
fourth is
warrior
Vigilant,
with
Herald,
leap.
KO
So Ko's
Roids.
fighting this thing, right?
Yeah, Kayla's kiting.
Okay, so I'm going to get Shattering Throw up right away, and then I'm going to leap over to the side, and I want to make sure that I have Rage
So,
ready for a
fourth
block
mouse
as soon as he
is
reaches
over
me.
Kayla on
So
the
he's reached
block,
me, I
or
get my block rotation
Kayla
going,
means
should be a
the
24-second rotation. And once that is finished,
Taunted.
Laryl is taunted to rotate his Vengeance. I'm going to wait for a second, taunting back. When I taunt back, I'll have my last block in the rotation coming up right now. I'm also capping my Rage, so I want to be spamming any excess Rage on Heroic Strike as well. I'm also going to save my 1-minute CDs for when my 3 minutes come up in just 15 seconds from now. So I'll need to supplement with Barrier here in a second. Laird's about to taunt to refresh his Vengeance one more time.
Taunted.
There it is.
You can taunt back immediately.
Taunting. Okay, so I've taunted. I should get 12 seconds of block in right now.
Get ready to stack.
After which I'll need to supplement with Barrier and probably demo for the movement here.
Stack on circle.
You got a
on
bit
circle.
of energy, just careful.
Got it.
Spread, spread, spread.
Okay, so I'm going to supplement with Barrier here on the way. I'm going to move quickly and then slow it down now. I'm going to check the boss's butt here, make sure that there's room for the rest of the raid to move in. I popped my demo. Okay, so they're good on his ass. You guys are good here.
Group up.
Okay, so I'm going to pop my 3-minute CDs right now. I'm going to pay attention to the wheel coming in. I don't want to get hit by it by accident and not get the boss and have the boss channel his ads and obviously wipe the raid as a result. So he's at 96. The wheel's coming in, so I'm going to turn the boss here. There's going to be a couple ads probably, Laryl.
Yep.
Ready for 4.
Maybe not actually.
Everyone else.
Oh, there's one ad, one ad.
Downtown.
Okay, so the one
Everyone
ad coming
else
in.
spread.
Those hit
Or
pretty
spread
hard,
within
so
the
Laryl's going to
mouse.
pick it up
Just
discreetly.
keep doing it.
Or exclusively, rather.
No, get back in. Get in the mouse. We're fine.
Okay, so that Malice was almost a boo-boo. So there's bombardment again. So
Yeah,
I'm going to move
mouse
out
spread.
quickly from this bombardment. And then I'm going to slow down towards the end just like before. So I'm going to get my block up for when he reaches me. There it is. And we're going to park the boss here.
Alright, we're good.
We're going to park the boss here. I have one more block ready in the rotation, after which I'll need to supplement once again with Barrier.
Fine getting over there.
And we're also in execute territory, so I'm going to demo here. And instead, I'm going to execute spam as well. Pop my 1-minute CDs. And just execute
was at
spam all the way.
20%, maybe
Once
we need
demo shout wears off, I'm going to shield wall and keep execute spamming. If I have any rage builders between execute spam, I'm going to
Ready
use
to
those
spread.
because those are higher DPS
Spread now,
than
spread now.
running out of rage and getting to a point where I need to spam devastate instead. So I'm going to use
fucking
last
G.
stand here for the last movement, and I'm going to leap out, and that's it.